And actually, no, thank you, Tina. You are truly an extraordinary person. It is an absolute joy to work with you on our mutual mission of achieving gender equality. You're an inspiration to women and men alike, including and especially me. So we all step up and make the world a better place through equality, so thank you. And thank you, Elise Nelson and Vital Voices, for the work that you're doing and for this amazing recognition. I mean, it's really a tremendous honor to receive the Vital Voices Solidarity Award, and I truly accept this on behalf of the wonderful people of P&G, who I'm lucky enough and privileged to represent. And I'm humbled to be included with such accomplished individuals such as Dr. Koyate, Alex Prout, and Tony Vincent, who are doing incredibly courageous work to stop the outrageous acts of mutilation, domestic abuse, sexual assault, harassment, and gender violence. There's simply no place in the world for these types of outrageous acts, and it's absolutely time to end them. So thank you for your leadership and perseverance. Now, when you think about it, it's just common sense that we should all live in a world that is equal, a world with equal representation between women and men, of all races, generations, cultures, and abilities, with equal voices, equal roles, equal pay, and equal respect. And the problem is, as you all know so well, it isn't equal due to long-standing, pervasive, and institutional gender bias. Gender bias limits gender equality. That includes conscious bias from cultural norms and traditions that prevent women from moving forward, that push women down, and even lead to violence and other outrageous acts. But also unconscious bias, which shows up in much subtler attitudes and behavior, but are still just as damaging. And that's why we've made a deep commitment as a company to use our reach and voice in advertising and media so we can do our part to eliminate gender bias and promote gender equality. Our brands and advertising touch 5 billion people on the planet every day. So the images that we portray matter. And focusing on gender equality and eliminating gender bias is not just an opportunity, it's a responsibility for us to use our voice for good. And I'm personally committed to do anything in my power to achieve that equality. And my conviction is deeply, deeply personal. About 20 years ago, I ran our CoverGirl business, and I was at a spiritual ranch on vacation in the Colorado mountains with my wife, Betsy, who's here with me tonight, and our 3 daughters, who were all under the age of 10 at the time. At the end of the week, the spiritual leader of the ranch pulled me aside and said, "I hope you realize the difference you could make, because business will someday have the greatest impact for good in the future. Your brands affect people every day. The work you do affects popular culture. If you choose to do so, you could do a lot of good." It was the proverbial moment of clarity. It just so happened we had just developed the Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl advertising campaign, but we had a problem. The 5 new spokespeople in the campaign were too young, too thin, and too white. They didn't accurately portray all women, including women of color, and conveyed a stereotypical and even objectified standard of beauty. The realization that our advertising affected perceptions on a standard of beauty really struck me, especially as I looked at our 3 young daughters. So we changed immediately. We partnered with powerful women for a more accurate and positive portrayal of women in beauty, starting with Queen Latifah, who revolutionized the brand and women's empowerment. That conviction has only grown in strength through today, where I'm lucky to be in a position to work with the incredible people of P&G and wonderful partners around the world who created such amazing work like a Girl and Ariel Share the Load and many, many others. And I'm thankful to work with people in the industry like Tina Brown and Shelley Zalis, who recognize that our collective power can make a difference through efforts like Women in the World and the #SeeHer movement that focuses on accurately and positively portraying women and girls in all advertising and media. And while I deeply appreciate this recognition, we all know that we're not where we want to be yet. So much more needs to be done. But I'm optimistic because it feels like we're getting close to a tipping point. The Me Too and Time's Up movements have changed the narrative forever. We're having conversations about what's right, what's wrong, and what must change. Men are stepping up and joining forces with women to take action. So thank you for this Vital Voices Solidarity Award, and let's double down and come together with our collective voices to be powerful agents of change and push beyond the tipping point to eliminate gender bias and achieve gender equality once and for all. Thank you.